I've been using the OPPO Find N2 Flip on and off for the last month or so, and there are some things I've really grown to love about this phone. And there has been one major development since I did my original video on it that's kind of changed my entire outlook towards the Find N2 Flip. What you ask? Let's get to it. Hey guys, Ash here from C4E Tech and let's get started. Guys, quick disclaimer, I am working with OPPO on this one, but everything I say in this video are my thoughts and experience. OPPO has neither had access to the script nor the video beforehand, and they've had zero input with respect to the content you're going to be seeing here. With that out of the way, let's get to my experience. Guys, in case you don't remember, this is what I had to say about the cover display in my last video. Given the aspect ratio and the fact that it's a pretty large screen, I mean, it's 3.26 inches, if OPPO allowed for a list where we can choose what apps we can use here, a little bit more freedom to tinker around with is what I'm saying. If that was done, I think it would be super cool. The way things stand, it seems like a missed opportunity to me. Now that's the part that's changed. Now with a third-party app, you can now use the cover screen as a full-fledged external display. You can access all your apps from it. You can check mails, WhatsApp messages, reply to said messages. You can check your Twitter feed, Instagram, watch Reels or YouTube Shorts, leave a comment. It's pretty much a full-fledged Android experience in this tiny little 3.26 inch display. And if you aren't happy with a small screen at some point, just open and continue what you were doing. Sweet, right? Now this is not a first-party solution that I wished it would have been, but it is a paid app from a third-party developer that makes this possible, but this has changed how I look at this phone totally. I mean, it's made the experience so much better. It's made everything a lot more comfortable. This, in my humble opinion, gives the Find N2 Flip a huge advantage over other phones with similar form factors because it's got the largest display amongst the bunch. Now, talking about things that give the Find N2 Flip a huge advantage, the crease or the lack thereof. Now, the more I use this phone, the more I grew to appreciate the engineering that OPPO's put into it. Guys, I can't say this enough. The crease here, it's borderline unnoticeable, especially when you're watching videos and such. And it's been a huge positive with this phone, not having a visible line running right through the center of the screen when you're watching content. Now that's pretty neat. Next, we have the specs underneath. Now initially, when I started using this phone, I was a little wary about two things. First, the MediaTek chip. This has the Dimensity 9000 Plus with 8 gigs of LPDDR5 RAM and 256 gigs of UFS 3.1 storage, which puts it above 8 Gen 1 levels of performance on paper. And with usage, I can confirm that's true. With practical use, whether it's gaming or regular day-to-day stuff, the N2 Flip has delivered flagship level performance consistently. Now, the other thing I was wary about was the battery life. Now, yes, this is a super compact phone. Now, yes, it's easily pocketable. All that is awesome, but it has a 4300 mAh battery, which, yes, is the highest capacity battery on any flip phone. But at the same time, non-flip phones with similar specs come with higher capacity batteries, right? So at the end of the day, if you were to use the phone open a lot, if you were to use it as you would use a non-flip phone, wouldn't it drain just as much battery as a regular phone? That was what my thought was, because the display on the inside, it's a 6.8-inch 21:9 OLED panel with a Full HD Plus resolution and 120Hz refresh. So it's a pretty standard size display compared to what we find on most phones these days. Now theoretically, yes, I get slightly lower battery life than I do with regular flagships, but OPPO's optimizations mean it's more along the lines of ending my day with 20% left in the tank instead of 30. The important part here, despite not really changing how I go about my day, I still do get to the end of said day without having to constantly keep checking the battery. In fact, ever since I got the cover screen OS set up, I've been using this phone a whole lot more. No change, and that's not even really impacted the battery life. It continues to be quite good. Now, if you do own an N2 Flip, let me know how has the battery life been for you. Let me know in the comments below. And then finally, we get to the cameras. Now guys, if you watch my videos, you know I am not a selfie guy. I don't spend a lot of time talking about it, even in videos. I barely have a couple of selfies in it, and if the situation demands it, I have somebody else standing in and shooting the selfies. But as you can see here, man, did I go on a selfie spree with this phone. Selfies via the rear camera are pretty awesome. For example, this image, it was shot in an almost completely dark environment without so much as a street light around. But still, the noise levels were kept this low. There's a lot of detail. It's impressive, right? Images tend to be very sharp and detailed with excellent dynamic range. There is no selfie camera that's gonna come close to this kind of performance because hey, we aren't shooting with a selfie camera, right? And now coupled with the cover screen OS, you get to even take WhatsApp calls and whatnot via the primary rear camera, which I feel is awesome. So these have been some things that I've absolutely been loving about the Find N2 Flip. What do you guys think of this phone? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And also while you're down there, thumbs up, thumbs down based on whatever you felt about the video. Subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that bell icon if you haven't yet. Thanks for your time, thanks for watching. Until next time, my name's Ash, you've been watching C4E Tech, and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye bye.